talk to you about the dream I had last night. It was, and I went to sleep listening. First, I went to sleep listening to nothing. I went to sleep pitch black dark, nothing. And then I woke up around about 3 o'clock and I put on Seven Bomar's, I think it's Simulation of the Light Body that he did on this past Friday, because I didn't get a chance to watch it because we were doing a live session of Witches and Warlocks. And every time I go to sleep to a master teacher, I always receive like some real deep dream messages. They're always, every master teacher, of course, has a covering of ancestors and an energy force that's different from the other. And the information that you'll receive when you fall asleep, which many of you probably have already, notice this is different. And so the first part of my dream was very interesting because it was me traveling, and I was in Arkansas actually with my mother, and we were at this hotel cleaning out these dresser drawers and getting my clothes out of there. And I was like, I can't leave my clothes in here because the next person that come into the hotel, he said everything is supposed to be gone, which is weird. I had a dresser full of clothes. And she said, you don't have much in there. I said, yeah, but I got some stuff in there. So, I was pulling out my clothes and pulling out stuff because we had to go. We were like on the move. And I get to the bottom of the drawer and it wasn't anything left. And then it took me to a childhood memory in this realm of when I was 4 years old. And I did my first pageant, and I was acting. And I was acting in this pageant, which really did happen. I was acting like an older lady, and I was in a rocking chair. I had on a wig. I had a scarf around me. And I was like I was sewing or knitting or something, and I was saying things ain't what they used to be, and I was talking about like the cost of food going up, and I remember when this, then the third, and things ain't what they used to be. Now mind you, at this time I was 4 years old when I did this, and that was the thought that came back to me in the dream after I had cleaned out my dresser drawer with all of my clothes with my mother. That was the thought that came back to me, the memory that came back to me. That was an actual memory in this reality, which is very interesting. And it's a lot that I received from that, of just clearing out. Of course, we're getting ready to go into spring next week. And a lot of people talk about spring cleaning. But spring cleaning for yourself, and not just internal, because we'll always think about, detoxing the liver, making sure the liver is good this time of year, and doing a spring detox, which is good. But let's also do some spring cleaning on, anything that we may be holding on to or harboring, or thoughts that we may have suppressed, or memories we may have suppressed, and then recalling even those beautiful times. It's not always about, oh my God, I'm so horrible, I'm so bad, I just got to do all this cleaning up and all this work. Sometimes it's good just to look into the great part, the beauty of who you are and what you've accomplished and what you've done. There may be some things that you just don't remember, like, damn, I did that. Like I shared with you yesterday about the yoga and the trap. Like, damn, I was like, I did do that. And just recalling just the beauty as well, because spring is all about beauty and the flowers. I'm even seeing some trees still bare, but some trees that have flowers, and the colors are starting to come back. So allowing the colors to come back in your life, allowing you to recall memories of the times when things aren't as complicated as they are now, right? when things were a little bit lighter and lovelier, possibly. And not saying that things not light and lovely now, but the innocence of childhood, the innocence of, before adulthood came into play, like the springtime of life, what some may call it. And then that was the first part with Thou Seven Bomar. I go to sleep. I wake up, around about 3 o'clock. I'm listening to 7. I drift off to sleep. And I go away, y'all. So, the first part of this dream, I was home by myself. And I had 3 guys that tried to break into the house, and it was like they were trying to force themselves on me, but it didn't happen. They couldn't, for whatever reason, they couldn't touch me. I've had dreams like that before. They couldn't do anything to me. I was trying to call 911. I was in the closet trying to call 911. My phone went out to anybody. It was weird. Then the dream shifted away from, those forced energies that they was actually trying to keep me from going to the next part of the dream. That's really what that was about, y'all. Just to break it down. So anyway, I was strong enough. I passed that test to move forward, right? And knowing that I didn't need 911, I didn't need anybody to save me. I am my own savior. And I, put the phone down and I was good. I move on to the next part of the dream. Now, the next part of the dream, which is why I'm sharing this, is I think it's for all of you all of us. I was on my computer, phone, something or whatever, a device. And I accepted all cookies to go onto this particular website. When I accepted all cookies, there was this virus or whatever that just started to take over my whole computer. Like I couldn't get into anything. I couldn't, it just wasn't allowing me to do anything on the computer. Like if I pressed one button, it was pressing something else. It was very weird. And I was like, okay, and I tried to go back and uninstall. When I was trying to uninstall, it wouldn't let me touch stuff. It was just all weird. So I wanted to share that because I don't know how many of you all go on websites. I know I see them all the time. And either I reject all cookies or I'll go into the actual link that's saying accept all cookie or manage it. Go in there and manage it or reject all. Don't just accept all cookies, because I feel like accepting all cookies is opening you up to them taking your information. Being able to, especially if you bank online, if you pay bills online, if you have cars online, if you have your wallet and all of that stuff online on your phone, then someone can be able to assess that and take it. So you'll give them access to all of your information. So please don't do that. Be mindful of that. Well, anyway, that's one part of the dream I want to share. So I go on into the dream. And it takes me back. Well, it's like I'm in the future, but it was 2 ancient looking men who were laying in caskets, but they were summoned. They were summoned. To do this. Okay, yeah, that was my son. So anyway, they were summoned during their physical form life before they transitioned, which is weird, they were waiting on the coming back of this particular energy. And it was one particular energy. He would get up. Both of them had caskets. One of them was higher, one of them was lower. One of them would get up, and they had their hair looked like mine. Actually, they looked just like me, but they were men. They had hair like me and everything, but they were ancient. And one of them would get up walk side from one end of the room to the other end of the room. They couldn't see physical people. They weren't here to see physical people. They were only here to see this particular spirit come back. And that was their mission. So I walked next to him when he was walking. He couldn't see me at all. And then they would take turns. And then the other one would get up, walk, and then get back in the casket. It was like that was their mission. It was to do that. It's very interesting. So I jump into this room. Now I'm by myself at this time. I go into this room and there's like this particular type of spaceship. And I'm familiar with the spaceship. And it's like, okay, I can get in this spaceship and I can go off to where I was trying to escape from and come back. So I hop in the spaceship. I leave out. I get to another timeline. In the timeline, it's like I pick up the people that I was supposed to pick up, but it was parts of the spaceship that had flew off. The door and stuff had flew off when I landed. And so I was like, okay, y'all, how are we going to get back to where we're supposed to be, like to the other timeline? We get in the spaceship. We put our feet in these different parts, like your legs will be up and your feet will be inside of this type of contraption where each one of your toes would have to go almost like gloves, sticking your toes in each one of those. And then someone else took and poured it looked like salt. That's the best thing that I can describe. It looked like salt. They took like this canister, poured this white substance that looked like salt into like this, I don't know, it's like this cradle piece, almost like it was fuel. It took off. We were gone back into the timeline where the two guys that would get up, walk back and forth, checking for the particular energy. Now, we end up at a department store. The two guys that was checking for the energy end up being there. I'm thinking, and he still can't see me. However, in this timeline, he could. And I was like, oh my God, damn, he can see me. So I'm moving, because he was moving real slow. So I'm moving to another location so he doesn't get to me. But for whatever reason, he is only like checking for me. Like he ain't checking for nobody else but me, which was weird. And then I wake up. And that was me on the 7 Bomar dream. Very weird. But yeah, I wanted to share that. But definitely the first part of the dream, I definitely wanted to share with you all on the spring cleaning and what that needs to look like. And I'm sorry I was interrupted with my son calling, and now he's thrown me off even more to what I was gonna share. So I probably have to redo this video later. I don't know. I may not. I may share it. But if I don't, I'm gonna leave you in peace and high frequencies, everyone.